back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making an anime recommendations video. It's something that I've been working on for a while, and whenever I come with these types of videos that I want to do recommendations, I always like to center around a theme. So today we're going to be centering around cozy animes. Those animes that you just relax to it and you feel warm inside because what you're watching is so sweet. According to our buddy Google, cozy means giving a feeling of comfort, warmth, and relaxation. So a cozy anime will be mostly slice of life animes. If you're not so familiar with anime, you're probably wondering, what is slice of life animes? Well, let me tell you. In the mainstream, the phrase slice of life is used to refer to anime with mundane, real-life scenarios in situations that we can only describe as being slice of life. Most animes in this genre are inside a subgenre called yashikei. Yashikei means healing and refers to slice of life anime that have a healing effect. Usually it's going to be anime that focus on the daily lives of the characters, but brings something about it that is different, like their hobbies or something in their personality that they have such a strong connection that is part of their daily lives. What I'm gonna say is that these are my slice of life picks, the picks that I think that are the coziest for you to watch, but there's an immense amount of slice of life animes. There's always something for everyone. So let's start with our first anime that I'm really excited to talk about, and that is Laid Back Camp. This is the anime that inspired this video, and it has the most relaxing good vibes. The story begins with the first encounter of two girls, Rin and Nadeshiko. Rin likes to go camping alone, and Nadeshiko just moved to the town. From there, we'll see their friendship grow, the beginnings of the outdoor activities club, and the joys that camping brings to the girls. A little fun info that I wanted to share is that the city that these anime characters live in is actually a real town. It's modeled after a real town called Minobucho, a town at the foot of Mount Fuji. The place where Rin and Nadeshiko first meet is based on Lake Motasu, a real location from the town. One of the most interesting things that this anime does is make camping interesting, even for people who don't know nothing about camping, like me, who would never think of going camping because I'm more of a city person. But I watched this and I really feel the need to at least do it someday. The anime gives us useful camping tips and the cautions we need to have while camping. It really incentivizes us to do the hobby while being safe. It's also realistic in telling us that camping materials are expensive, so the girls take part-time jobs to be able to buy those things that they want to go camping. Also, this is an anime that there's no other conflicts in between the girls or everything that happens. This is really about the camping experience and their friendship. This anime made me miss traveling so bad, and I definitely wanna give it camping a try someday. I guess in true anime spirit, I would like to do that during the winter, also so we can stay away from those mosquitoes, but I'm probably not ready for how cold it would be. Now let's talk about A Place Further Than the Universe. This anime is a very unique experience that once you discover is really hard to forget. Mari Tamaki is a second-year high school student who wants to make the most out of her youth, but is usually too afraid to do so. One day, she meets Shirase Kobuchizawa, a girl who has been saving up to travel to Antarctica, where her mother disappeared 3 years ago. Joined by two other girls, Hinata Miyake and Yuzuki Shiraishi, they join an expedition headed towards the Antarctic. So this anime is a journey. It's a literal journey. It's not like in the first 2 episodes that they already go to Antarctica. You really get a sense of perspective, like if this situation was put in real life, how hard would it be to even be able to go to that place. When I first saw this anime, I definitely had a viewing how it showed the depth of dreams. It's something that you work towards to fulfill because it means something to you and you really have a reason for why you wanted to do so. A lot of drama comes with that because it deals a lot with their feelings. This anime only gets better with each episode and it only gets more emotional. This one is able to have dramatic moments and be emotional and also be wholesome. Now let's talk about Sweetness and Lightning, one of the most wholesome animes I've ever seen. A father and his daughter have been adapting to their new reality after a recent loss in the family. Consuming mostly ready-made meals from the convenience store, the father realizes its impact on its daughter and decides to take measures, meeting one of his students in the process, whose mother owns a restaurant that is usually closed due to her schedule. From there, they embark on a delicious adventure, prepping homemade meals and evolving together. The first episode of this anime will literally sell you out what it is about. It's a very good first episode. It presents the characters, their situation. The episodes tend to be divided in two parts. There is a main conflict that involves Tsumugi and her dad, and there's the meal that they will prepare. The act of cooking can mean so much, especially when it comes to your kid. To see them discover new tastes and being amazed by the food. It's so sweet and Tsumugi is a very energetic kid. Kotori, the student that takes part on the meals, is a kind girl that is very lonely. So to see her being more open because of the relation she's cultivating with them, it leaves a smile in our faces. You really just want to see everyone in this anime happy. This is a delight, and it really left a mark on me the first time I watched. Now that I've rewatched, I can only reaffirm its sweetness and how many more people should be enjoying this. Now, let's talk about an anime movie. I wanted to include an anime movie because sometimes taking a whole series of 12 episodes can be a little scary for someone who's starting anime or even someone who doesn't have much time. So if you have 60 minutes, I hope that you spend with doukyusei or classmates. I finally found someone that I like, wearing the same uniform and the same shoes, sitting in the same class, born in the same year. Hikaru Kusakabe and Rihito Sajo hardly would have crossed paths. One is in a rock band and the other is an honor student. But when a chorus festival is set to happen, the two begin to talk and something starts to bloom. This movie is one of the sweetest portrays of young love. Every time I watch it, my heart gets really warm. Young love really is something that feels intense, whether it's happy moments or sad moments. In one, you feel the excitement rushing through your body and that awkward shyness in the room. In the other, you feel the pain and heartache in ways you never thought it was possible and still come out alive. It's all new and it's all in you. So the movie is divided in 4 parts. We have the summer, which is the start of everything. We have autumn, where it comes the doubt of the relationship. A complex fool and a simplex fool, where there's the jealousy. And the second summer, that is more about them growing up. In only 60 minutes of runtime, their progression feels natural. Kusakabe and Saijo are in a joyful tension that has its imbalance, but they're meaningful and have a reason. Also, it doesn't help that they are teenagers and the situation can feel 10 times bigger than it actually is. It's a simple movie about first love. We're talking about one of my favorites now. I came to love this anime and it's Girls Last Tour. This is the story about 2 girls in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity was vanished and they're the only survivors. Having no awareness of how the world used to be before the war, they're constantly questioning, discovering, and learning about new things. In the midst of this apparently dying world, they're still alive. Look, I know you're probably thinking, how's something set in a post-apocalyptic world be relaxing? Well, Girls Last Story exists. It was just a delight to accompany these girls. I really wanted to enjoy my time with them and the odds of the world they lived in. Each new discovery and dialogue they would have, it really feels like a hidden gem that was found. Our characters, Chichan and you just want to protect these girls. They have very different personalities that blend so well together. Chichan is the rational one who sees things how they are, and Yu is the curious one who is always questioning things, usually that are normal to us but unfamiliar to them. And oh my god, you cannot believe how emotional I felt whenever they would talk about something that is like just in our daily lives normally, and like they're talking because they never experienced that or they never could experience that. They are pretty aware of their situation and surroundings. Yet they still find beauty in a dying world through the simple things in life. Their journey is to go to the highest level of the town they live in, and they go as far as they possibly can. It's a melancholic hope, but one that is enlivened by their friendship and moments they share together. The soundtrack is amazing and it really sets the tone of the anime. I've been listening while I was working in this video. This really just made me appreciate more the small things in life and just the fact that we are here. I think that's the message that the anime wants to pass through too, so yeah. Next anime on the list is My Senpai is Annoying, something for those who miss otakoi. Igarashi is a hardworking young office lady. Takeda is her senior co-worker. They are great work partners, though sometimes Takeda teases Igarashi due to her way of being, making her very frustrated. The long hours of work and teaming up makes them grow closer, and an office rom-com is born. Office romance in anime had this ability of being more relatable, I guess, because it's based on day-to-day life jobs and we just see these characters growing and getting closer in a work environment. The main couple is Igarashi and Takeda, but we also have another couple that is Sakurai and Kazama, who are more the shy couple compared to Igarashi and Takeda, who will be the more loud couple. I must warn you though that this romance does not have a conclusion per se. They will prepare the land, but it may not grow much. I still like to watch it because it really is this cute moments mixed with the comedy that makes this anime so entertaining for me. Another anime that focuses like in the daily lives of the characters in a way of My Senpai is Annoying, but with high schoolers is Tanaka-kun is Always Listless. Tanaka is a high school student who sees the act of being listless as a way of life. He looks to preserve his lazy lifestyle the most he can, hoping each day to be uneventful as the last. His kind best friend, Ota, is impressed by his listless way and helps him with whatever he needs. When interactions with the classmates start to happen, Tanaka's peace will be shaken by new daily adventures. This anime is the definition of when you wanted to take a nap in class and you couldn't because of your teacher. Except in Tanaka's case, it's because he gets involved in situations with his classmates. The anime is about daily events, but there is a development, even if it's a small and subtle one. With each new friendship that he makes, it helps him grow and realize that he likes to spend time with other people too, not just alone and napping. It's just an overall sweet anime. Now, the next anime is one for all the cat lovers out there, even people who are not cat lovers. If you have a pet, this anime is for you to get cozy with. It's My Roommate is a Cat. the story of a novelist and a cat who find each other through a twist of fate and start living together. This heartwarming tale illustrates daily life through the eyes of both man and cat. These moments seem trivial, but as they build upon themselves, the two become family and find happiness in their life together. You know, probably the most interesting thing in this anime is the fact that we get the cat's point of view. For me, I have 2 cats, so I just really love the idea of trying to understand what's going on in their minds, even though it's probably not much, it's just their nature speaking or something. The main protagonist, Subaru, he grows as a person, letting more people in, the same way that the cat, Haru, settles down and learns that she can trust people. Both of them evolve together. It really is that option of like, you wanna watch just a day-to-day life that involves animals, in this case a cat, and that involves the relationships that we create with our pets. You probably will relate in some way. Now we're going to be talking about Flying Witch, which is one of the most chillest animes of this list. This anime tells the story of a young witch, Makoto, who moves to her relative's home in the countryside to train her witchcrafting skills. Aomori, the region, is favored by witches due to its abundance of nature and affinity with magic. She reunites with her second cousins Kei and Chinatsu and lives each day discovering magic things and new spells. What definitely makes this anime cozy is that it's set in the countryside. Everything seems to have more of a slow pace, creating a more soothing atmosphere. It's very sweet to accompany this witch going through her daily life and having magic encounterings. Every episode is based around that concept, so you get interest in seeing what she'll do next and who she'll meet. There's no bigger event or much character development. It really is an anime to relax to. My favorite episode was one that was set in a cafe. I'm guilty of liking places like that, so... As my senpai is annoying and tanaka-kun is always listless, Flying Witch really counts with its set of characters. So if you like the characters from the first episode you see, you'll probably have a good time accompanying them on their daily lives. Okay, next anime that we're going to be talking about, it's Interview with Monster Girls. In a world where people who are half human, half monster exist, we follow the lives of 4 demi-girls and a teacher who's an enthusiast of demi-beings. Demi is a more cool way of referring to them, as Hikari, one of the girls, tells the teacher. This is a cheerful anime with good comedy timing. The first half presents the environment, who are the girls and the problems that they have to overcome. A lot has to do with their own nature and feeling comfortable in it. With that being said, the second half is more about their friendship, and it continues with the insight of their natures. What I really liked about this anime is that we see this teacher evolve of having this honest interest in demi-beings to actually creating a bond with them and wanting to help them understand their nature. It's a new perspective on monster girls and how they would live in society if they were real. Each girl is fun in their own right, but I think the Dullahan and the succubus are the most interesting to know about. If you're looking for a cozy experience with a little bit of fantasy in it, I think Interviews with Monster Girls would be a fun watch. And just as a special mention, I would like to say that if you really just wanna watch something cozy, watch a Ghibli movie. In my case, I definitely recommend Kiki's Delivery Service and My Neighbor Totoro. So, those are my recommendations on the coziest animes for you to watch. I hope you enjoyed my picks and that one of them has spoken to you and that you might want to give it a try on a rainy day or just on a lazy Sunday or something like that. You know, whenever you feel like you just need to relax, choose one of these and just pop on. So, thank you for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!